Hello, this is Mr. McCroy, and today we shall be looking at a very important topic in physics, fundamental and derived quantities. Fundamental and derived quantities. So, what are fundamental quantities? Fundamental quantities, they are basic quantities on which other quantities are derived from, okay? They're the basic quantities from which other quantities in physics are obtained from. And these fundamental quantities, they have their units, and their units are called fundamental units. So we shall be listing some of them, the fundamental quantities and their units. Okay, these are the fundamental quantities. Fundamental quantities and their units. So as a physics student, you should know all these fundamental quantities, about 7 of them, and their units. Okay, the first one is mass. And the unit for mass is kilogram, the SI unit. The next one is length, and that is meters. Time, and that's seconds. Temperature, and the fundamental unit is Kelvin. Amount of substance, and the fundamental unit is mole. And the next one is luminous intensity, and the fundamental unit is candela. And the last one is current, and the unit is ampere. So as a physics student, knowing the unit for the quantity you're calculating is very, very important. All right? So you should know these fundamental quantities and their respective units. All right? Okay, so next we shall be looking at some derived quantities. Like I said before, derived quantities are quantities that are obtained from combining one or two fundamental quantities. They are obtained from combining one or two fundamental quantities. So look at some of the derived quantities. Derived quantities and their units. Derived quantities and their units. The first one is force. Force is measured in Newton. Yes. Pressure. The unit for pressure is Newton per meter squared. Also, we have acceleration. The unit for acceleration is meters per seconds. Yeah, you can write it like this, or you can write it as meters. Okay? You can put a -1 sign here to mean, this also means meters per seconds. Okay, the next one is area, and that is meters squared. Also, we have momentum. That's kilogram meters per seconds. You also have impulse. Impulse is measured Newton seconds. So you can put as n-seconds. Yes, so these are some derived quantities. There are many of them. Okay, you have to combine some fundamental quantities to get this. You can also add potential difference. Potential difference. The unit is volts. Okay, you can go on and on and on. Yeah, whatever quantity you're solving for, you should know the unit of that quantity. Force is Newton, pressure is Newton per meter squared, acceleration is meter per second, area is meter squared, momentum is kilogram meters per second, impulse is Newton seconds, and potential difference is volts. For all these derived quantities and fundamental quantities, you should know their respective units, okay? Yes.